9S. Why did you ask Pascal about A2?
Huh?
It's not recommended to interface with machines without consulting command.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Though I suppose such intense curiosity can be admirable, in its own way.
Thanks, 2B.
Still, machines are the enemy. Don't forget it.
Operator 60 to 2B. It is time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Listen, 2B. I was looking at images of flowers today and...
Flowers?
Yeah. There wasn't much left in the bunker's records, but I found one called a lunar tear. I bet you'd look really nice if you put one of those in your hair, 2B. It'd suit your stylish looks.
Don't eat it.
Aw, don't be a stick in the mud. What kind of girl doesn't want to look good sometimes? I'll let you know if I find anything else cute, okay?
I don't need to hear about...
Operator 60 out.
Hello everybody, I'm Brainy Diode and I am back with another episode of Nier Automata. Last time, we ventured through the forest area and met up with the mysterious assassin A2. This time, we will be meeting back up with the mysterious machine that we met shortly before entering the forest and see what's up with him. So to begin this quest, we will have to fight off these two enemies here. I'm going to really hope that I can remember the controls for this game because it's been
Use pod fire to force him to stop.
Yes, we will do that. Pod, don't worry. We have to beat these guys first. I've been playing some more, what's it called? Metal Gear Rising recently, which has a very similar but slightly different control scheme to this game, so I might get slightly confused. Also, it's been probably close to 2 weeks since I last recorded for this game, so yeah, I'm not keeping up with my recording quite as much as I'd hoped, but it's coming along. I'm releasing episodes semi-regularly, at least. Now we have to talk to this guy. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Hey, I remember you from the other day. Sorry, I got startled and ran away. Or, rolled away, I guess. Anyway, my name's Emil, and this is my shop. Wanna buy something? I've got the best prices anywhere. I actually looked through this shop the other day, and it's got some nice stuff in it, but nothing we can afford at the moment, so we're not going to buy anything from him right now. I look forward to serving you again. What was that? You want to know where I live? I didn't ask that. Well, I live deep, deep underground. Picture something deep. Then go deeper! Feel free to visit me anytime you want. Alright, so, to continue on, we're going to have to head back to the commercial facility. And there is actually one of the smaller Goliath units outside that we will fight. I don't believe we actually have to, but we're going to anyway. And this will give me time to talk about how this is our first real instance of seeing a connection to Nier. Now, while Nier Automata can mostly be enjoyed on its own, it is actually the sequel to a game called Nier, that is in turn a spin-off of a series called Drakengard. In most cases, you really don't need to know the lore of Nier or Drakengard to understand Nier Automata. I hope that you've been able to follow the plot of this game just fine so far, but in a couple isolated instances, the game will connect back to Nier especially, you don't really see many connections to Drakengard, but to the original Nier you will occasionally see a piece of information referencing that game in this game. And when that happens, I will be explaining what you need to know. I haven't actually played the original Nier myself, but I have done a bit of research for the purposes of this series to figure out what might need to be known about Nier to understand this game. Especially since, I mean, I wanted to understand it as well. So this quest is actually our first real instance of this game referencing Nier. And I haven't actually done this quest in its entirety before, so I'm not really sure how much it explains in the quest. So what we're going to be doing this episode, we're going to do the entire quest. I think it's going to take more than half an hour, so I'm sorry about that, but unless the quest is really long, I do want to get the entirety of it done this episode. And then once we're done with the quest, I'll go back and explain whatever else from the original Nier you need to understand it. As far as I'm aware, it shouldn't be much. If it's more than the little bit of information I know, then I will be equally lost, and will hopefully be able to do some research and come back and tell you what I missed in the next episode. But for now, we need to interact with this flower to progress the quest.
That's a strange flower.
Analysis. It is a plant known as a lunar tear. A lunar tear.
Huh? When did you get here?
So this flower is called a lunar tear. Seeing that dredges up all kinds of memories. Some of them are a bit strange, honestly. Like the one where I'm being attacked by a giant boar over and over again. Or another where I keep trying out new parts every time my body is damaged.
Sounds rough.
Something about this flower fills me with an emotion I don't really understand. It's like something's pushing down on my chest really hard. So, do you mind if I ask you a favor? If you find lunar tears growing anywhere else, would you let me know? I want to try and figure out what this feeling is all about. What do you say?
We are, of course, going to accept his request.
Aw, thanks! If you find another lunar tear, just let me know on this frequency, alright? I'm counting on you!
Alright, so we've got the quest Emil's Memories. Again, the quest list isn't really the greatest in this game. I wish we could deactivate quests when we're not using them, or when we're not trying to do them, so we could figure out what exactly is going on at any given time, but for now we're just going to have to poke around like this manually to find where we need to go for this quest. So it looks like we want to head towards the center of the forest zone first to get near where we want to go for that quest, and to do that, unless we want to go the long way, and I really don't want to go the long way, we're going to have to head back to the access point we were just at. So, I will admit, this is my second attempt at recording this episode. The first time, for some reason, my laptop randomly decided to crash in the middle of my recording, right as I was running back across that bridge after seeing that cutscene, so we are now in unexplored territory. I ran past the access point. We are now in unexplored territory. I don't know what's coming up next for this quest. We're gonna find that out together. As far as I understand, this is actually one of the more interesting quests in this game, so we'll get to learn something new. And the boar is attacking us, just like Emil said. I, for one, would say in most cases it's better to steer clear of the wild animals in this game. I don't believe there's ever a point where you actually have to fight one of the animals. And they are...
The enemy is among us. Don't let any intruder get in.
Oh,
We must protect our king.
where are you? Oh, you're over here.
Loyal knights, give your lives for the king of our forest.
I didn't realize there would still be guys in here after the Forest King was defeated. Which brings me to another little point. You may be thinking, as I was when I first played through these areas, wow, okay, could you not, please? You may be thinking, as I was when we first played these areas, that they might seem just a little bit rushed. Like, you don't really get a lot of explanation about what's going on here. So, I just want to tell you, don't worry. We will be coming back to most of these areas later and getting some more explanation on what's been going on here. So even though we really didn't get that much knowledge about the Forest King, that will be rectified eventually. For now, the lunar tier should be around here somewhere. Is this it? Nope, that's just some reflection off the lake. As I was saying earlier though, in most cases you want to try to avoid the animals because you don't ever actually have to fight them. And some of them, especially the boars, can be real beasts to take down. It can be pretty difficult. Not going to lie. Oh, so there's a little enclave in here. That must be the lunar tier there. Here's a chest. Sorry, thought I heard something there, but it must have just been the wind. Right, here's our lunar tier.
This is a lunar tier, right? We'd better let Emil know.
Hey there, guys. What's up?
We found a lunar tier. It's located at...
Stay right there. I'm coming.
Okay. I hope he doesn't expect me to just stand here all day.
Sorry to keep you.
Yeah!
Oh, hey. Now that I think about it, this whole area was once...
Are you remembering something?
It's all pretty fuzzy, but I seem to have a memory of caring for this flower a long time ago. But the sand kept expanding, and the flowers gradually wilted. Now that I think about it, that was around the same time I stopped seeing people.
You mean humans?
Thanks a bunch for finding this. Really. Oh, and let me know if you find any more, okay? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
Alright, now let's see if we can find the next one. Where could it be? Perhaps over here? Yes, there is one over here. Also, I apologize. Apparently it is pronounced Emil. Park Ruins Attraction Square. Alright. Apparently it is pronounced Emil. Whenever I've heard it in the context of the Nier series, I've always heard it pronounced Emil, but I apologize, I got that one wrong. That's on me. I have heard the name Emil before, but I thought that was just with an E on the end. So, whoops, I mispronounced it. Right, that boar ran away from us. Here's the access point right over here. Let's transport to, what was it? Park Ruins Attraction Square. Luckily, these guys seem to still not be hostile, so I don't think we have to worry too much about them. Here's the next lunar tier, if it'll let us
It's a lunar tier.
interact with it.
I'd better tell Emil.
Hey there! What's going on?
I found one of those flowers you were looking for. It's over at...
Don't move an inch! I'm coming!
Don't move? I'm actually kind of busy.
Sorry to keep you.
Damn, you're fast!
That's it. I remember now. Back when the aliens first invaded, I fought as hard as I could to save Earth.
You did?
I think I had something I wanted to protect. Something really precious to me. But I don't know what it was. Thank you for finding this. You'll let me know if you find any more, right? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
Alright, we're finding a bit more about this guy. Now, if I remember correctly, I think there should be another one in... It looks like the flooded city there. So let's head over in that direction. That is where we're going, right? Yep, flooded city coast. And this is not the way to get to the access point. This is the way to get to the access point. It's pretty narrow there. It's kind of hard to see sometimes. Especially since this area is one of the darker ones in the game. Not the amusement park in general, but specifically like that alleyway. And the access point is over in... Where was it? Right there. I missed it several times. Whoops. Transport over to... flooded city coast. Yes, transport there. Apparently they don't want us to go to the City Ruins Cave at the moment. I noticed that one was grayed out on the selection menu. Don't remember off the top of my head why that is. I don't think there should be a reason at this point. Interesting. Anyway, let's make our way through the flooded city. Hopefully not have to fight that same dang enemy again. Looks like the wandering couple is headed off on their merry way. Here are a couple more enemies. This is further out on the edge of the city than we've been before. But we will be coming here again very soon. Part of the reason I wanted to take care of this quest now rather than... Ow! Okay, guys. Part of the reason I wanted to take care of this quest now rather than later is because we will be coming here for our next main story objective. And I don't want to accidentally progress the main story too far before we complete this quest. Because like I said, once we finish the next main story quest, this side quest will become unavailable to us for a fair while. So we definitely want to do it now. And it looks like the next lunar tier is going to be right over this way. There's a chest here we can check out. And is the lunar tier maybe in this little building? It does not appear to be. Ah, there it is. Alright. Come on. There we go.
It's a lunar tier. I'd better tell Emil.
Hey there, what's up?
I found a lunar...
I'm on my way.
Sorry to keep you.
As speedy as always, I see.
Oh, that's right.
What happened here, Emil?
I was fighting the aliens. It wasn't going well. So I decided to create multiple versions of myself to help with the fight. But the aliens just kept coming. I lost so many friends that day. It was a long time ago, but still.
Say, Emil, how old are you anyway?
I'm not sure. I didn't need that memory to fight. Thank you for finding this. You'll let me know if you find any more, right? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
So if I remember correctly, there should be one more, and I think it's somewhere in the desert. I say if I remember correctly, because even though I haven't actually done this quest before, I have looked up a little bit of information about it, just so I would be able to more easily do it in this series. Okay, where is that? Okay, so it is near the desert camp, but then what's out here? Okay, that's for the lost girl, and this is unknown. So, it looks like, as far as I can tell, it looks like this probably is the last place we need to go for Emil's memories. So let's head back to the access point and jump to the desert camp. Jump here is a little bit precarious. A lot of these jumps are. Something a little bit obnoxious about this area is that basically if you even stick your toe in the water, you die. Which is a little bit obnoxious, especially when you're trying to fight these enemies on those sloped buildings that dip right into the water, but just have to deal sometimes, I suppose. Anyway, even though we fought those guys before, for now we're just going to dodge past most of them. And by dodge, I mean just sprint past most of them, because we don't want to waste any time. This quest is starting to get interesting, and I want to see where it goes. Come on, there we go. Alright. What did we want? Desert camp, I think? Yes. Looks right. Right now, I believe we want to go this way. Looks like this is going to be one of the longer walks we have to take to get to one of the lunar tiers. Not exactly sure I recognize the area that the map looked like it was leading us, so it's gonna be interesting to try to find. Okay, so it's back past this building. We're also going to ignore the machines here in this building for now. And right back here should be it. Hope we don't have to fight these guys. Okay, well you punched me, so I'm going to fight you regardless if I have to or not. Thankfully, these guys are a lot lower level, so they should be going down pretty quick. Yeah, they definitely did go down pretty quick. So it looks as though we've hit a dead end, but I'm not seeing the lunar tier anywhere. Is there somewhere I can jump up? It looks like I can get up a little bit further over here, maybe. Come on. Or maybe not. Looks like that's an area that's possible to reach, though. Do we have to come this way to get up there? I'm very confused right now. Explore some of these areas around here and see if we can figure out a way up. Alright, well that's not how to go up. Alright. So, what do I have to do to get up there? Looks like there might be a way over in this direction, but then it just kind of stops. It also looks like this ought to be a way up, but it's not. There's like an invisible wall there that's stopping me. This is just bizarre. Really looks like that's like a series of platforms leading up to the top there. I'm so confused. How do we find the lunar tier? Maybe if I go in this direction. Maybe there's some secret path off this way that I can use to get up, like this. Nope, that's not a secret path I can use to get up. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I think I might have to look this one up. I'm just not figuring it out. So this one, I'll start back at the desert camp. Seems a little bit confusing. Looks like I have to loop around some other way to get into that area. So, according to the interwebs, I want to start at the desert camp and go into the desert. That's what I've done now. Keep to your right as you enter until the path opens to go down into some caves. That this? Keep to your right. So this way? Nope, there's no pathway that way. Here's a path of sorts. Well, there's an item down here, so they definitely meant for us to come here. And here's a cave. Okay, once we get to the cave, walk until you reach the heart of the caves. And then keep to the bottom left direction. Bottom left. Doesn't want us to go to bottom left. We can go to the top left. I do believe I've been to this area before, but only once, and those enemies are doing a very good job at blending in the background. That's a little obnoxious. Alright guys, let's get rid of you. You don't bother us any further. we go. Alright. Follow the caves in a large U-turn. So it looks like that is up here. There is in fact a large U-turn we can take, so I guess I am headed in the right direction after all. Until you come out in a new area. Okay, that's just a chest. We're going to ignore it for now, because I tried to run up to it and it didn't work. So, looks like there's another smaller U-turn. Looks like we're about to come out into a new area. There we go, we're no longer off the map. Alright. Take some steps ahead, and then turn back and climb the rocks on your right. Here are two chests. One of them we can't open yet. Alright, these look like the steps. And turn back and climb the rocks to your right. I don't see any rocks to my right. Keep going, drop down an edge on soft sand. I'm on soft sand now. Okay, we'll drop down an edge on soft sand and keep walking until you come to another edge. Okay. Across the gap there's a shining item. Use jump, evade, jump to reach the item, then do it again towards the area marked on a map. You will finally drop down to the area with a locked chest and a lunar tier. Whew! Alright. Jump, evade, jump. Oh, we just barely made it. That freaked me out. Okay. And we have to jump, evade. I did the jump too early. Okay. Oh, is that a locked chest? That is a locked chest. Sure hope there's a lunar tier down here. Yeah, there's a locked chest. Oh, here's the lunar tier. Alright, I'm sorry guys, but based on the quest marker, that seems a little ridiculous to have to figure out on your own.
I should probably tell Emil about this lunar tier.
Sorry to keep you.
I didn't even contact you yet. Emil, are you okay?
I just remembered. Thank you again. You've helped me remember an important place.
Oh?
A place very special to him. In thanks, I'll tell you how to visit it. Please take this key.
What's it for?
It'll let you access the elevator in the shopping mall. You should head there whenever you have the time. I'm sorry. I need to stay here for a while. You go on ahead.
Alright, Emil's memories has been updated. Also, I'm sorry about using a walkthrough there, but I think you're probably just supposed to explore and discover this location organically, but it seems like a really complicated way to have to go here for the quest. Yeah, I don't like that very much. Anyway, we do have to head back to the commercial facility, and I believe once we go down that elevator, the quest will be almost complete. So, it looks like we probably won't have too much of a reason to split this off into another episode. I apologize. I have been going over the time I said I wanted to set as a limit for myself in the last couple episodes, but I hope this has been keeping you interested enough to keep with it. Anyway, here we are at our access
Leave me alone,
point.
jackass. I can't deal with your weird hobbies anymore.
Like I care what you think, jerk.
we're not going to deal with that at the moment. We're going to go back to city ruins near the tower. No, I want to select yes. You fool. Looks like there's a couple things left in that vending machine. They kind of look like books. Interesting. So, even though I haven't done this quest before, I will admit I did know a lot of this information we've been learning beforehand, just because a lot of the research I've done explaining the lore and the connection between Nier and Nier Automata has gone over that information, because it does take place in the gap
size
between
of the commercial facility. The people of the old world must have led pretty good lives. I bet it was fun to shop back when you had so many choices.
We don't need such things.
Don't be so sure about that. Once we eradicate the machine life forms, this must be what Emil's key is for.
Oops. Cut yourself off there, didn't you, 9S? Anyway, as I was saying, it does take place between the events of Nier and Nier Automata, so a lot of information describing the connection between the two games will include it. But from here on out, I really don't know what to expect, so we will be experiencing this for the first time together. We are definitely going down, so I wonder if... Emil said he lived somewhere deep underground, but he also just said that he just remembered this place, so... which is it?
Wow! Look at all the lunar tears!
Where are we?
Thank you for coming.
Emil, what is this place?
It's the place from my memories that I worked so hard to protect. Or, to be exact, the place protected by the person I used to be.
Sorry. I don't get it.
A long time ago, I was created to be a weapon. A weapon that could adapt to any environment, and one capable of total destruction.
You're a weapon?
When the war against the aliens started, I decided to strengthen that weapon by creating copies of myself.
Interesting.
So, in truth, I'm only one of a countless number of Emils. We, I guess, worked with each other to keep our defensive lines intact. But the more of ourselves we created, the more our original memories began to fade. The original Emil liked this place a lot. He spent a lot of time here with people he loved. They were tough times, sad times. But the memories of that journey were his greatest treasure. And I have a few traces of those memories in my own mind.
Where's the original Emil now?
I don't know. There were so many of us that after a while, we just...
Oh.
And there's still something that all of us Emils need to settle. Ah, right. I should probably repay you for all of your help. Please take this. It's said that a lunar tear can make any wish come true.
Thank you.
Oh, no. I'm the one who should be thanking you. You've helped me find some of my precious memories. Now I'll be able to keep pushing forward, even if I'm alone.
Emil's memory is complete. I did see that there's something over here. There's a chest over here. It's locked. Dang. But we can pick up this item. 200G. There's a lot of items scattered around here. Alright, so I did mention that this is the first instance of a connection to the original Nier, and Emil did a pretty good job of explaining what's going on with him on his own. So really the only thing left to fill in is that Emil was actually a party member in the original Nier. Like he said, he was turned into a weapon, I believe either during or shortly before the events of that game, as well as I believe his sister. So he and the character Nier, after which the Nier series is named, had to fight the people that turned him into a weapon, and I believe eventually fight his sister as well, to put her out of her misery. But Emil survived, and presumably the journey he's talking about during that cutscene is the journey that he took with Nier and the rest of his company. So there's a little Easter egg more than anything to harken back to the original game in the series, but it's definitely not the last we'll hear of that game. There's more about it coming up, but it's not for a pretty long while. So for now, we went way over time, so I'm going to end this episode off here. Next time, we will be returning to the Resistance camp and seeing what task Anemone has for us next time. I will see you then.